Hello, Gemini and Gemini Rising. Sondra from For Your Chi. This is your May 2024 reading. Thanks for being here. Typical 12 house reading, 6 houses here on YouTube. The remainder of the reading will be on Patreon extended. The link is below. And let me just say this really quick. The amount of people that I am reading for who are breaking up from their relationship is just pure insanity right now. I cannot believe the percentage numbers of the population. And it's twofold. The other percent that I'm reading for are just people who have made a really bad decision, even though it wasn't a relationship, and they have suffered for it, or they are currently greatly suffering from it as a result of the drama and worry and turmoil it's caused. If you are watching this reading, or you are watching any readings, you know that you can look at the outcome before you jump in and make a bad decision. This is what readers do. This is what we're really good at, as long as they're a good reader, right? Now, I do this reading for fun because you can kind of see what's coming up for you in your sun sign or in your rising sign or both. But if you have a decision coming up, and I'm saying this specifically for Gemini, because your first house here in the first couple of days of May you feel like you need to make a decision. And, it would be better to take a look at it before you willy-nilly it and make the wrong choice and then end up suffering some kind of crazy consequence as a result of the harsh decision or rash decision that you've made that was incorrect. So for me, as a Scorpio, and I know that I'm not a Gemini, I have absolutely no planets in Gemini whatsoever. I like to zero in and mainstream it and just avoid all the drama and the trauma. Because you can. And it's up to you to make the correct decision. So I'm begging you you don't have to contact me. Contact a reader that is accurate. For those of you that do want to contact me, I will put my booking link in the description below. All right, moving on. Your second house, your money, your stuff. Movements, choices, and decisions. Yet another decision must be made regarding your funds, your income, or your source of income. However, you have some options on the table, and it's time for you to study each one, rather. Do your due diligence research before you decide. And they're also telling you to ask your angels. And this is very interesting because I haven't thought about this in years. They're telling me to tell you about a book. It's a Sylvia Browne book. I think it's called The Book of Halls, Halls. Google Sylvia Browne, and Browne is spelled Browne, and Book of Halls. This should come up. I'm just going to do this really quick, so just bear with me. I just want to make sure this comes up. She has channeled this information, she's no longer with us obviously, but she has channeled this book as a sort of glimpse to the other side of what you can do in meditation, and specifically what you can request over there from this plane here. You can tell I'm hungry because I googled Sylvia Browne. Book of Halls. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. My bad. It's called Temples on the Other Side. It's this one right here. Temples. Okay, so this is the one you want. You can get it on an ebook where it can read it right to you from your phone. Or excuse me, not ebook, audiobook. The ebook is so that you can look at it on your phone, but the audiobook, and if you get a trial on, I think it's Audible, they'll give you a free trial for 14 days or something. You can get a credit for free and get it like that, and then just cancel your subscription if you don't want to pay for it. But anyway, with this Ask Your Angel card, I know I'm sort of rambling on here, but I'm getting to a very specific point. With the Ask Your Angels movements, choices, and decisions, you may be asking or needing the information in order to move money, put some money somewhere, investing it, taking out of it a bank, doing something else with it, something like this. Now, this could also be you attempting to get a different job, a better job, a second job, either of which, or maybe it's both, really. You may want to check out what she has to say about her temples on the other side and get the information in the meditation, and specifically ask your guides and your angels to take you to the appropriate temple. Now, of course, in order to figure out which temple you need to go to, you're going to have to read her description of the temples and what each temple means and what each one does. But there is a temple that is specific to information, temple of knowledge, wisdom, something like that. Check that one out, because that one might speak to you more than the others. Okay, your third house, your brother or sister, well, they are confused. They just plumb don't know what to do. Someone could be throwing them mixed signals. They're receiving mixed messages, either from someone else or the universe. However, they need to take action on something. So your brother or sister may need a clarification. They may need a reading, as a matter of fact. So you may want to reach out to them about that, who they can call if you know someone. And if you don't, the link is below. Fourth house, your home, where you currently live. If this is not talking about your home, you know it's talking about your father or your father figure. The throat chakra. Speak up. It is not time to bite your tongue in your home, about your home, regarding your home. You may need to have a very explicit and yet heart-to-heart conversation with someone who you live with or who comes to visit you, or your father may need to have this conversation with someone. And it's all about choosing a new direction, because someone here, whether it's you or whether it's your father, has been holding back the information of how they truly feel for so long. And now that we're in this eclipse energy, see, it's all just coming out, and so it should. Especially if you've been holding on to it for too long. Your fifth house, social life, social circle, fun, friends. Dating for those of you single Geminis, trapped in fear. You want to change. You're ready to make a move, or you want to make a move. However, you are paralyzed in fear. This is not good. The Gemini needs to change up their friends, or a friend, or specifically, or it could be a friend group, right? This could also be the change of a lover, okay? Also, sometimes a child will show up in the fifth house. If it's a child, typically it is a Gemini who has more than one child. The first child will usually show up in the 11th house. The second or third or even fourth one will show up in the fifth house. But the advice card is, if you believe, then you will receive. And in this case, it's the courage, receiving the courage to get out of that current situation that you're in. All right, sort of a similar message a little bit here in the 6th house. Your 6th house of work and health, discontent and boredom. You are tired of the way things are going. You are ready for a change. Wow, this reading is all about change. Change in your 1st house. Choices, more choices in your 2nd house. Speaking up, choosing a new direction in your 4th house. Trapped in fear, the need to leave someone or a situation in your 5th house, and then wanting to leave the workplace or space here. Or this is not talking about work, of course, this is talking about finding a new direction as far as the health path is concerned. Health. If your body is not feeling pleasant and you know it is time to make a change for the better, you know, if you're feeling too lethargic or you don't have enough energy, or maybe you're feeling pain, or maybe it's just that you know that you need to eat better, or maybe it's you know that you need to change medications because the other medication that you've been taking is no longer working for you, or you're having some kind of side effects that need to be resolved, and you know that you need to change your medication. Whatever the case may be, okay, you need, again, this is not you that is leaping into a direction that you are unsure of. This is you wanting to make that choice to change, and the answer is you are absolutely correct. This situation, whatever it happens to be, if it's a job, if it's a workplace, if it's a boss, if it is a doctor that hasn't been helping you, it is time to change, okay? If it's one sign that enjoys the change, it is the Gemini. They actually flourish in change. But you already know that. 1 second, I forgot to bring the tarot deck here. We got to get the signs of the zodiac signs for your 7th house. Okay, on second thought, I'm just going to use my card app because the cards are not where I thought they were, which was close to me. Okay, so we've got the wands here. 6 of Wands is indicative of a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have the swords here, another Gemini perhaps, or a Aqua or a Libra, and we've got the moon card. Scorpio, or excuse me, to me, this card represents Cancer because the moon rules Cancer. However, some people interpret this as a Pisces, so could be Cancer or Pisces, Gemini. Okay, so if you want to follow me in the extended, the link is below. Tier 2 is what you want on Patreon. We're going to be going over your 7th house of primary relationships, including business partnerships, if that applies. Your 9th house of school and travel, your 10th house of career, your mother, your 11th house of your child or your best friend, and the 12th house, what's about to happen 3 months from now. Good grief, is that August already? May, June, July, August, and it is. Okay, so if you want to join me, I'll see you then. If not, see you next time or whenever you decide to click on this one of these videos again. Take care, Gemini.